This is Candace and Jess, judge a book by its cover. I'm Candace.
And I am Jess. Welcome to our Ear Palace.
Ear Palace.
We're gonna. This is our first episode. This is where it all started. This is the ground floor that you're getting into. You're climbing into it. You're stepping down the steps into our podcasting basement.
Lucky me, I took the elevator. It was nice in here. There's music, and it smells like Lysol.
Oh, dang. I walked through so many spider webs of other podcasts. That's so mean. No,
there's always ways to do things, Jess. There's so many ways to do things.
It's so mean.
I don't know. I didn't get it, so I'm just like going forward with the spider webs on my face.
Yep. I was walking into spider webs, and then I remembered that No Doubt song.
Tragic Kingdom.
Yeah, that was such a good album.
The whole album is gold.
It was, yes. I had it on cassette because I'm an old guy.
I had it on CD. It had like I don't know what the cover was, but it was like a circle. There was oranges, perhaps.
Yeah.
There was
it felt like one of those there was a Gwen. It felt like one of those 19-something pinup girls, but she was wearing a nice classy dress, like a fun, possibly with polka dots.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And she had that front curl in her hair, like the bangs were curled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was so many oranges, which are the most tragic of all the fruits.
They might have been satsumas, and that was the sad part.
That is so sad.
Nobody knew. My mom actually, when we were little, recorded that as our voice, back in the day when there was a box where you would record your voice to be like, sorry, I'm not here right now. I'm walking in the spider webs.
Oh,
a voicemail.
I thought your mom was like, sorry, we're not here right now. Satsumas are the saddest fruit. And then just silence for 2 minutes and then a beep.
Beep. And everybody's message would be like, did you know you were making a message? What are satsumas? We live in Red Deer.
Are you okay? But seriously, what are satsumas? Nobody knows what those are.
We got a great show lined up for you this week. And just in case you missed it, I wanted you to check out our last week's episode. And you don't have to go back in time. You don't have to go anywhere. You can listen to it right here. Roll them, Jess.
We've got a clip lined up. So, we'll just roll that for you. And here, give a listen.
I love that clip.
That again, the memories that just came flooding back. That was, it was last week, but still, it was good times. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
quality.
So we judge books here
by their cover.
That's what we do. We judge books by their cover. We bring them in. We bring them in by the truckload, and we judge them. Sometimes up to 2 an episode, which is amazing.
Yeah, and I'm ready to judge really hard this episode. So don't you worry. I got my judge on.
And I'm furrowing my brow as we speak. Now, before there's I got one final thing that I would like to bring up before we get into the real judgment, and we bring that down is, this being our first episode, I lined up something a little bit special. And this, I know, we have a guest. We're working we've been working. Candace and myself have been working in the studio with our studio podcast manager. Was it Stefan?
Well, it's spelled STEPHLEQZ. But we're trying our best with that, and freshly hired, so we haven't really asked him yet.
We've discussed. It's been a lot of text messages and emails. He did come to us very high references, very, very positive, coming off this gentleman. So he has set up for us a interview. Which we'll hop into. It's going to be a live interview. We've got our interviewee in the studio this afternoon, and that is one Edgar Allan Poe. Which, yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this one.
Very exciting thing is that we've got Edgar Allan Poe in the studio, and we'll be meeting up with him, discussing his latest works and everything. And this is again, this is how you start things off. You start
far
things
out.
off.
Yeah. Far out.
Just leaping for the stars and all that kind of. Hold on a second. Stefan is frantically waving just off.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta step away from the mic just briefly.
What's it?
So just bear with me, listeners at home. Yeah, Stefan. Okay, well, I mean, we're kind of live. Well, I mean, not live, but we're recording. We're trying to hammer this out. Yeah, he's our guest tonight or today. Yeah. Well, since when? When? Well, that really feels like something you should have checked. Okay, well, we'll talk about it later. So it has come to my attention that Edgar Allan Poe, author of several books, poems, all of the things that Edgar Allan Poe did, died 169 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like such a satsuma.
Yeah, I'm a little sad for this, but
what are we gonna do about Stefan? Like, that was some really bad. That
you know
was
what?
really. We don't need to talk about it right now, but
That's
I'm feeling a little bit. I was pretty
that's,
excited for Edgar.
That's true. I mean, that's excitement. I mean, when that's famous people straight up. That's famous people 101.
Yeah, I wanted to be like,
Yeah.
how does it feel to have your name? How does it feel to wear your shoes? And now I can't.
Yeah. How do you get your little mustache trimmed to that level?
Oh
And-
my gosh. Well,
yeah.
the show must go on.
That is true. The show must go on.
On with the show.
Stefan, we're going to talk later.
Edgar Allan Poe. Gosh, yeah. No, Stefan's
Anyways.
bad. Yeah.
So we are gonna let's start. Yeah, I got a feeling that we should judge a book.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Yeah.
judge. I feel fully ready
Now,
to judge. Yes,
I
Jess.
almost do. Hold on a sec. Yay.
Little.
I don't know.
Yellow.
That was
different.
little. And I got it all over my hands. There we go. Don't drink and podcast, anybody.
Or do.
Do.
Whatever works for you.
I'm not your boss. Now, do you want to start this judgment? Step down the road of judgment and start judging a book? Do you have something in mind, Candace? Or
Yeah, I've had something on my mind for a little while now. Days, weeks, months, years, and that thing is The Giver.
Ooh.
That thing is The Giver by Lois Lowry. And I tell you no lies, I actually opened this book.
Oh.
And when I saw a photo of Lois, I thought I was looking at my own smiling self.
Oh, wow. Was there one of those, they have that Time magazine mirror poster that you can buy, but it's just a mirror, and it's got the border that's Time magazine, and it's like Person of the Year.
No, it's not like that at all. In fact, it is
Oh.
Lois, and someone has drawn on some very nice blue lip liner for her.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
But
She looks so happy.
There was something. Well, she wrote The Giver. But yeah, listen, I'm here to judge. I'm not here to talk about Lois's little face.
Lois's face.
Lois's face is like my face. But, the first thing I noticed when picking up The Giver is that you're not getting very much. This book
It's like
it's like a hamlet of a town.
Is it like a midday snack?
Yeah, it's like an afternoon snack, midday.
Okay.
Totally.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not quite like a full, pound of book.
Mm-hmm. It's not that full-on brunch. Gets a cocktail and a couple of slices of melon. It's that kind of the after brunch where you didn't quite eat enough at brunch, but it doesn't have a fun name, and it's not lunch because you skipped over that because you took a nap because you had too many cocktails.
Yeah, no, getting drunk
Yeah.
this is no mimosas with your girls.
Oh, so it's the unnamed meal of the day.
It's also
book.
not samosas with your girls.
Oh, those both sound fantastic.
They do. They really do. But I don't know if anybody listening today, thank you for listening, has picked up The Giver before. But yeah, it is not a brunch book. It is not. There is a very angry old man on the front of this book.
Oh.
And that is the first thing I'm going to judge about this book.
So hold on a sec. Are you saying that this book is not light and almost breakfasty?
No, it is not light and almost breakfasty. It comes with no tomato. There's no crack
tomato.
of black pepper. There's no salt to taste. In fact, this book is just of an old man's face. And, you know, the Giver, judging by its cover, is really about an old man with nothing left to give.
So, out of, and I'm going to be a little blue with this comment, out of fucks?
He's out of fucks. In fact, he's out of town. He lives very far out of town, and he sees kids around his, kids around. I was going to say his yard, but he doesn't really have, like, a yard. He lives out of town, guys.
Yeah. No pepper tree for kids to play in and him to shake a stick at.
No, he shouldn't really be seeing them. But he does see these kids of a generation that is not his own. And he looks at them and he thinks, they couldn't know what I've been through. And I shouldn't even have to try. So he starts taking everything from the area around him and trying to put it into his own backyard. Which,
oh, dang.
There is way too much earth to fit in one backyard. Like, that is definitely something I don't have to fact check. I don't have to even worry about that. There's definitely too much for his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's there shoveling, looking at those guys, thinking, I'm leaving nothing for you.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, you weren't there, children. You're only here to replace me. I'm leaving you nothing. The Giver. It's just it's supposed to be a funny cover.
It's a comedy.
It's a joke, right? Like, it's like The Giver. It's like you call him curly if he's got straight hair, or skinny if he's 500 pounds, or.
But really, he's just stealing the entire town.
Yeah, it's from the young.
Oh, now a question for you: how is from what you can tell on the cover, from what you can judge on the cover?
Yeah.
How is The Giver at around Halloween?
Well, the thing is givers never get. And he never gets anyone knocking at his door. They see that huge pile of earth that he's stolen from their yards. And nobody's really going over there. Like, he puts flamingos, and he paints them, like, orange and black. Got some, Halloween stuff there.
That's the Halloween. Yeah.
He's got some jack-o'-lanterns.
Come on, kids. Flamingos are scary.
Yeah. He makes it scary. He makes it scary for everyone. And, upon looking at this book, I thought to myself, people have been talking about The Giver for a really long time. And I was almost to the point where, like, I don't give her shit. I don't give her a shit. I don't give her a shit. I give her no more. I give her no less. But, people have a lot of feelings about this book, and a lot of feelings about the ending, a lot of feelings about the wrinkles in this man's forehead. I actually think there might be some foreshadowing on this cover, which I never noticed before, but there's his yard.
There's his yard.
Yep, there it is.
And the pile of...
This book has won awards.
Yeah.
This book has been in my collection for a really long time, and actually was signed out by me at one point.
Oh.
Signed out at me. Someone looked in my eye and signed it out, and I somehow have it.
They glared at you, hunched down, and maliciously signed your name to this book. And they're like, take that. Deal with those late fees.
I never thought about that. I never thought about them writing my name.
That's kind of threatening.
Let's see if it's spelt right.
Oh.
Shit.
Damn it.
But, what I really want to know is what...
The library's going to have my ass.
Yeah. What I really want to know is how to get out of this. No, I just really want to know what happens at the end of The Giver. And please tweet to us at Candace and Jess. Tell me. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's our Twitter.
Real.
That's now a thing. Oh, we're so excited that's a thing you could do. Hey, do that.
Yeah.
If you wanna.
All
if
of the
you remember
covers.
The Giver.
Yeah. If you remember, please let me know what happens at the end, or at least what is your interpretation. I have interviewed many people in these last few weeks. Tons. I'm talking about like too many. Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable how many.
It's too many to count.
I can't count that high, but
I'm actually uncomfortable talking about it to this degree.
Yeah, it's a little much, and but I still don't know. I still don't know what happened, and you can, just so everybody knows, you can see the cover of this book on our Twitter page. You can see the picture of Lois Lowry and my picture as well, and see how very much alike we do look. I'm not going to put any pen lip liner on.
No, I don't think that's healthy.
No, it hurts. I thought about it when I saw.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I feel like overall I would suggest this book to anyone who's looking for a grandfather figure, or maybe just a little book to read in the sun one afternoon. But I think it's a good book overall. I get the feeling looking at this, there's a gold stamp on it that makes it look like, like it was some kind of award. And if I look a little closer, I see it's the John Newbery medal. And if I look even closer, it's a medal for the children of the world. And there's just no one better but an old cranky man to give to the children of the world.
And I'm very happy that it was the John Newbery Award for the children. That's great. That's fantastic. Better than the John Oldberry.
Yeah, and maybe we can talk to John.
He's kind of mushy.
Yeah, and he doesn't taste great. But I think maybe if we talk to Stefan, we could get John Newbery on the show.
Yeah, is that Stefan? He's gone into hiding. And there's that stack, the stack of boxes that we have sort of. He kind of made a fort in there.
I saw there was like a little, half oval cut, almost like a door.
Yeah,
and
he's got that. He sort of posted another. He's managed to actually. It's kind of impressive that he's actually rigged up hinges for that. It's still made out of cardboard and several boxes, but he's in there.
He's so fired. That must be why he's in there.
Well, we can still talk to him. It could be just an honest mistake. It's his first day.
Yeah.
It's first day, your first day, my first day.
It's our first day.
We can't get fired.
No. Yeah, and actually, that reminds me.
Oh. Do tell.
Yeah, no, actually, I was going to say that reminds me of our sponsor today. I wasn't sure if I was completely done judging this book. I feel like I'll never be finished judging this book.
It's one of those things you can stare into the abyss. You can walk to the edge of the abyss and just stare into it forever. And that's what we take that risk every day. Every day that we go and judge a book based on its cover.
The abyss is there, and the abyss is related to someone you know and will find you.
Mm-hmm.
But, rewind that.
Well, rind it back.
Rind it, pig boy.
Rind it. Who was in The Abyss? Did you ever see that movie?
Definitely never saw that movie.
Oh. It had that guy who looks like he'd be like a pretty decent dad, and he was like
Danny
the military
Tanner.
Guy. No, but that would put a very interesting spin on The Abyss. I want to say his name's like Hartigan something, but it's not.
You think he has 4 names? Hartigan something. No. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling me right now.
But he has one of those names that you'd be like, oh yeah, I totally get that you would do military stuff. And occasionally I think one time you fought Bruce Willis.
Pineapple Jones wearing a top hat wearing Pineapple Jones.
Is that Indiana Jones's brother?
I've never seen that movie either.
His long lost brother. I think it's the fifth Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
Indiana.
It's Indiana Jones, who is the worst Indiana Jones brother. That not even Sean Connery talks to him.
No,
that's kind of sad. So you were talking about sponsors, weren't you, Candace?
Yeah, I was going to bring up the sponsors for our very first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we know them pretty well, actually.
Pretty dang well. We know our sponsors.
I thought maybe they wanted to stay anonymous, but they definitely don't. They really want to be featured on a podcast.
Yeah. So this is, again, I'm excited because this is nothing. We got high energy excitement all through this episode. Is it all right if I just introduce our sponsors for this episode, our first episode?
Yeah,
Candace?
please, Jess, go ahead.
So our sponsors for this episode are two very special people, and they paid for this out of their own pockets. And that's us.
Hi.
That's Candace and myself. Because we didn't really do any groundwork to get anything to be like, hey, we're going to do this thing. We just didn't tell anybody that we were doing this for the last couple months, and we've just been plotting and scheming in the judgment war room.
It's hell in there.
It's we've got one of those giant maps and like all those little like toys that are like little tanks and like little like army men, and we push them around with those like shuffleboard scoops.
Yeah, and we've got pins in the map in all kinds of places. Nobody can even imagine why they're in the order that they are. And we like to keep
flags.
People on their feet. Yeah, little tiny flags.
Little tiny flags. Because that's what war rooms are all about.
And that's the kind of expenses that come along with a podcast.
Yeah. That's that is one of the expenses. One of the many expenses.
And, I'm so thankful. Thank you, Jess, for being such a wonderful sponsor of this show, for coming up with such great and maybe listenable material. And I am an adoring fan already. I am just blown away. And I just want to say thank you to myself, because I've probably never done that in my entire life. And actually, it feels really weird, so I'm going to look at you, my friend, and hope that you'll thank me, because this is fucked up.
I would also like to thank you, Candace, so much, because this is this has been tons of fun the whole way through. It's just been fun.
Till the daddy took the T-bird away.
Also that. God damn it, Dad. Why would you do that?
Until the daddy.
It's just getting to be nice out. We were going to go for a spin around the park.
We're going to bring you home, Dairy Queen.
Oh, come on, Dad. Yeah, we're going to get you a blizzard.
Oh, Dads. We're going to also thank you to Dads.
Yeah. Hey, Dads, if you're listening. Moms, too. Mm-hmm. We're going to thank all the moms and dads in the world.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for you,
we wouldn't be here.
I was going to say humanity would end.
If it wasn't for you, take it away, Jess.
Now, what that was just there, folks listening at home, is what we call a mulligan, and everybody gets one.
Ding, ding, ding.
And that resets every day. As every day you get a mulligan, so you can just fuck up.
I'm just a mulligan stew, just for all of you listeners who know what I'm talking about.
How many times can we say fuck in the episode before we have to put like an explicit thing on the thing?
Whatever the answer is, we're doing one more than that, because I want that explicit tag. I want that parental advisory sticker.
We're gonna have a bit of a counter going all the way through, and then if we're not at the end, it's just going to be that until we say goodbye. Just nothing but
fuck.
Well, okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
It was the trumpet solo, but playing the fuck trumpet. We have Candace. Thank you very much. Well, as you can see, the Judgment train is pulling on into Judgment Station.
Nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe is in the front seat there.
Mm-hmm.
Doot, doot.
Guess what? He's still dead. I know, it's kind of sad. But sorry to bring that up. Sorry to reopen old wounds. that's all the time that we have for you and us today on Candace and Jess judge books by their covers.
Jess, that was so mean. That's not all the time we have for them. We have all the time for them. They can tweet us constantly because we set that up. They could email us, but we won't give out our email yet, you know.
Not quite yet, but that is true. We do have a Twitter account where we will post the covers of the books, so you can judge them too.
Aw.
Isn't that nice?
How sweet.
Yeah. So get on there. Get on the Twitter machine. Again, I'm just old, and that's how old people talk. Nobody talks like that ever.
Well, you're never too old to judge.
Nope, never.
And we just got to thank you from the bottom of our big purple hearts for being with us today, because this has been Candace and Jess Judge a Book by its cover. And we did that. We really did what we came to do today.
Yeah.
We had 2 wonderful books, and we put them on the line for judgment time.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's all about. My name's Jess.
I'm Candace.
And thank you very much.